allowed to perform a marriage ceremony. So I'm like, what the hell?
I just want to understand why 9. Like, what is it about? Clearly, Scientology's marriage counseling is not working.
No. Well, there's this whole... Please don't tell me. No, her name can't be on here. I'm like, no more finding your name. You're done with marriage.
Hello, Professor Kakan.
Oh, are we live?
I literally just hit it a minute ago. Not even.
I don't even know where I am. Okay. Hi. But it's just crazy. Do you want to go ahead and present it how you want to?
I'm going to let you present
fascinated. This. I'm fascinated by this. That's why I went and kept going.
I'm going to let you present this one.
Oh, okay. So as we know in Scientology, marriage is not that sacred. We just, lived long enough that if it's not working, we just move on. I was in Clearwater on my map, and somehow the name was close enough to this woman's name in New Zealand. So I just hop on over and click on what I found. And I found a marriage announcement. And then another link to another year and another year, like 3 in a row. My first one was 2011. I'm like, cool. Then it was 1990. I was like, oh, I found another marriage. That's okay. But what I kept finding is the pattern to which she would marry. And then the count grew. So I had an inkling, maybe these are anniversaries. So I looked up New Zealand's, it's published in New Zealand Gazette. And in New Zealand, there's a law for marriage. I'm glad I kept this up and I can read it to you. So the list of marriage celebrants under the Marriage Act 1955 is published for general information. Refers to an official list of individuals authorized to solemnize marriages in New Zealand, as recorded by Section 7 of the Marriage Act 1955. So, the Registrar General compiles and publishes the list in the New Zealand Gazette, with names added or removed as needed. The purpose of this publication is to provide public access to the names of all approved marriage celebrants, ensuring that people can verify who is legally allowed to perform a marriage ceremony. What's interesting about these lists is that it lists the religion that these people are under. And of course, in 1990, it was Church of Scientology of California. That is no longer it used to kind of be under CST. I get confused with analogy, whatever. But it's like the spiritual technology, and then what Hubbard did was in LA. This is considered California, and the other one was Florida or Mecca or whatever you wanted to call it. But as time went on, it changed just to Celebrity Center or LA. So kind of California went away. Yeah. What's interesting about this list, and I can go through most of them, are the list of the whole Gazette article that's published. And it's a time period of like maybe 5 days. Like it'll start with March or February 27th. But then
Mhm.
on her page, it would be March 1st that she got married. So they
Okay.
publish the day they marry, or the name associated with, and of course the date is on top of the article when it falls under.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting to me because I found this other guy on the same page as her as a PDF, Simon William Lee. I'm pretty sure not all these Scientologists were getting married in March. So I'm probably that's her first husband. So she got 1990, March 26, 1990. Then 1992, she gets married again, February 28th
Hmm.
of California. Then 1996, and on February 26th. Remember, I had to relook up. This is not anniversaries. Nope, it gets worse. Then 2003 is when it changed to Scientology of New Zealand. It was the 1st of March she married. Then 2004. I did not write the date on that because it was like a weird way they put it. They put all these people on the same article that it was published, so not the official date. Then 2007. Then March 5th, 2010. March 1st, 2011. And March 9th, 2012.
Damn, someone's out 2D.
I just kept going. I was like, are you sure? It's 9 marriages.
In the span of how many years? 20 years, just about?
Less than 15. Well,
Oh, God.
no, wait. No, it is 50, because 12 plus 10, yeah, 22 years.
Shit.
But that's a lot of time. That's just in and out.
Yeah, I was about to say 9
And it's
marriages.
New
That's
Zealand. It's an
fucking insane.
island. It's a freaking island. How many Scientologists are you really meeting?
Who fucking
Because
knows?
their Auckland area, it's like they claim to have. It's kind of like the Scientology headquarters is one of the names of the buildings, and then it's Church of Scientology of New Zealand, but it's basically a Sea Org, ran facility. Go establish there. But by law, they have to. So if we have names, we could totally be looking specifically for Scientology in these names.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just fat. I totally sidetracked from Clearwater. I was like, ooh, when did you get married? Oh, because she has the same name.
Yep.
First, middle, and last. So that was too easy to track. It's not like she had a bunch of maiden name or last name surnames.
She just kept her last name.
Yeah.
Wow. Hello, Ophila. Hello, Judy.
Hi, guys. I just don't know how old this lady is. Apparently, after the 9th. I don't know. How can you put your TRs in if you're just cycling through people? You like dated and married all the Scientologists on the island.
Ain't no one left without getting all a little probably incesty.
No. And that's the sad part, because they are misogynistically, like, weird about that. It's like old man and a very young girl. Perfect. It, it was the opposite. Disgust. I'm like, no. So I want to figure out if I can find this lady on Facebook or any social media or anything promoting Scientology. But I just thought, I was like, hey, Holly, how are you? Because, of course, these things just pop in. I'm like, 9. God damn.
By the way, if anybody else does want an invite to the stream, we're happy to also have some extra people if you want to join.
Yeah, I just thought this was random bit of information that would fascinate you. I don't know if it's good for your notes, but
I mean, it definitely gives me another name to look up and another name to fucking
just,
figure
like,
out who the fuck are
random.
you and who did you marry and
I was in Clearwater, Florida, dude.
then you ended up in New Zealand. Good job.
With a lot of different open tabs when I just clicked the first one. I was like, what's this marriage thing? And another marriage thing.
And another marriage thing.
I know. And then reconfirming. This isn't a marriage announcement, right? Not a... But yeah, to publicly... Because it's not an announcement between the two of you. It's an announcement that you and your religion can perform ceremonies.
That's nuts.
So, yeah. No, I find it fascinating with Australia and New Zealand so close to each other that it can't be that hard to remove and go that way. Mary likes social as a whole. Yeah. Well, that's why, like, the 60s and 70s was all about free love. And especially with how they are with their illicit drugs and drinking. I just think it became out of control for the controller.
Yeah.
I'm going to write the TRs. Just make more shit up and have people follow it. But I don't need to follow it. That's what I find fascinating about the whole marriage part and children, of how, like, Sue Hubbard kind of... Was it only children or was it a marriage hat?
What do you mean?
Mary Sue Hubbard published a book, and it's long gone now because he erased her. But it was the marriage, something with how to be a wife or something. It was something weird, like, very... I know, I'm looking it up now because I'm like, Mary Sue Hubbard. Book on... Maybe it was just children, or maybe it was family.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she wrote a fucking book on children.
Marriage Hats by Mary Sue Hubbard was first printed in 1974. It contains 3 main sections: introduction, hats, hat for a wife, and hat for a husband, and a glossary. I'll send you the PDF.
Yes, please do. I will add this to my archive.
Sorry, I assume of what you have, what you know, because I don't want to talk to you like you do know it and I should just shut up.
No, go ahead and talk. I'm willing to listen because I guarantee you it's probably something I don't.
Here, I'll put it in the chat for everybody to follow along if you don't want to join. Oh, did it not work?
I don't know why it doesn't work. Unless it shows up like that on StreamYard, but it might show the actual link on YouTube.
Do you want me to put it in the private chat for you to click on?
No, I'm good. I'm already halfway done typing it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I thought it would just easily be an added link. But yep, you guys can just put Marriage Hat by Mary Sue Hubbard. I want to say
Scientolopedia.org/w/images/b/bd/.
But it's got to be extremely sexist. Like, just.
Figure this out.
So this could be like especially the cover, the two people holding hands, just not times 9. You'll be happy until you'll be happy again. Skip over the not happiness or not being together. It doesn't matter. It'll happen again. The main duties of a wife are
to cook, to care for the home and family. Do you want to read this like live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is not available in the Scientology land because she doesn't really exist. She never did.
So let me open up.
Which blows my mind that people that practice this so-called religious experience don't know half of the things because they can't look, but they're never told.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So this came like in almost like a pamphlet little book, guys. Oh my God.
This is Marriage Hats by Mary Sue Hubbard.
Yo.
Of course, you start with the whole, if you don't understand something, blah, 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 blah.
1974, Phila. Sorry.
First printing 1974 by Pubsorg in Denmark. Or no, wait, just his publications department. Yeah, Copenhagen.
Mm-hmm. You were right.
All right, so let's go down to the first part.
Oh my gosh.
It's just the definition of a hat.
Yep. So, do you want to explain a hat?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's just start at the beginning. According to L. Ron Hubbard, hat is the beingness and doingness that attains a product. The term and idea of a hat comes from conductors or locomotive engineers, etc., each of whom wear a distinctive and different type of headgear. A hat therefore designates particular status and duties in an organization. Basically, your job. In all of man's history, there has never been a clear-cut statement of the principal duties of the game of man and wife. Why does there fucking need to be? Here at last, one is supplied, the result of experience distilled from one very successful marriage. All right, hold up. One is supplied, the result of experience distilled from one very successful marriage. So you admit that your case study is one. Just like your fucking introspection rundown. Good job. Dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
These duties outline the beingness, the hat you assume when you become a husband or a wife. They were written for 2 Scientologists by Mary Sue Hubbard, wife of L. Yeah, of course, because they had a good marriage.
Fucking the example.
Christ, man.
Well, by then he was Source, right?
Of course he fucking was.
Because he wasn't Source in the 50s.
Yeah, when did he become Source?
That's a good question.
If anyone knows that answer, feel free to throw it in.
Because I don't know if it was right after, like, Clear started happening. Not sure. But he capitalized on it. It wasn't like he was Source the whole damn time.
Although I'm curious, like, what he may have called himself back when he was with Jack. What was his, like, title? I'm curious as to, like, what title he would have had in his, like, OTO practice shit.
Because he was only a writer. A fantasy writer. Science fiction.
Fantasy, sci-fi,
That's
romance,
it.
everything. He wrote
And he wasn't
fucking
that. He
everything.
wasn't successful.
Yeah, he wasn't good.
No. And how much debt and like kept moving around. If you were successful, you wouldn't have had a home over there. You still don't have it anymore. But all of a sudden now everybody's like, it's a museum where he lived. Making it look like he had all these homes at the same time. It's like, no.
What does it say? Hold on. I never read The Marriage Hat. Instinctively knew it would not apply to me and my lover of the week, said Professor Kakan. I feel it was the 50s. No, yeah, 70s, but yeah, 50s.
Professor says right after his motorcycle accident, according to Janice.
Oh, shit. I forgot about the motorcycle accident. I think that's in my notes.
That could totally be when he was in a lot of pain and just added to his conception of other objects.
Cricket Cinema says, I threw a copy of Dianetics in the trash today. Coincidence, but I feel better about it. You should. You've done the world a favor. So
I just found out,
mm-hmm.
and I've been seeing it, but I didn't know who he really was. He's actually the deputy of Minnesota, of Twin Cities org.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You have the chief on top, and then you have the other, underneath, executive deputy or whatever it is. He just turned 21. But he has been posting all summer about how you could read Dianetics by literally doing anything. And I can't explain it, but he's literally hanging off a boat and reading Dianetics in New York City, at Times Square, reading Dianetics. But like more action, like crazy things, or golfing and swinging while reading Dianetics. But I was just like, what? But then when I realized he posted, it's my birthday, like I reached 21 or whatever, and then I looked into his post. He's in Twin Cities. He's in Minnesota. But I don't know where he's from. They just shipped him there. Because there's one from Clearwater that was shipped to New York. What romance did he write?
I'm trying to find that myself.
Oh, I think it was in a Western.
He's written a lot of Westerns. He wrote one called Tin Horn's Daughter in 1937 as a Western romance.
That's so horrible.
Just looking at his full table of works, or just a decently long ass table of works. Wait.
Yeah, it was like love and war themes such as Western Story, Ride 'em Cowboy. Oh God.
Oh yeah, Buckskin Brigades, Six Gun Caballero, and Hot Lead Payoff Parts 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Under the Black Ensign, where a pirate captain makes love and war on the open seas.
What the fuck? The Kilkenny Cats. Oh yeah, Typewriter in the Sky.
Hey, God.
The protagonist of Typewriter in the Sky is Mike DeWolf. If that last name doesn't sound fucking familiar. Old Doc Methuselah. Gunman. Gun Boss of Tumbleweed. Johnny the Town Tamer.
Oh my God.
January 19th, 1951, Dianometry in Astounding Science Fiction. The Analytical Mind in October of 1950 in, again, Astounding Science Fiction. And then Dianetics, Evolution of a Science on May 19th.
Huh. Oh my gosh. And they still do writers of the
Writers of the
future.
future and illustrators of the future. Yep.
Yeah, no, people still put their entries in and are nominated to this day. I'm just like, this is a load of crap.
Oh yeah, where the fuck were we on this? I completely forgot we were talking about marriage.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I lost track too. So again, Hubbard thinks that the data for a good marriage comes from a case study of one. They were written for two Scientologists by Mary Sue Hubbard, wife of L. Ron Hubbard. They were then copied and passed from hand to hand. So great was the demand for them. I don't think so.
So literally, she wrote it for her and her husband.
She wrote it for two other Scientologists.
Sure.
Clearly,
they maybe asked for advice.
Advice from Hubbard. Jesus Christ, you're screwed. Kidnap your wife, pretend that you murdered your fucking child, and sell yachts. I know that's two different freaking marriages, but was Sarah Northrop the kidnapped baby one?
Yes.
Okay.
She was also like 18, 19, and was the subject of, going to bear the Antichrist and the.
I thought that was Marjorie Cameron.
But so was Sarah.
Oh, I didn't know they tried it twice.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's how they ended up swapping.
Oh, damn. All I know is that whole group was just one big affair.
Yeah, no. It's dark. And how he's like, oh, this will help you in life. Has it helped you? Con man, just give me your money.
Clearly, there's a need for a new statement, not only to include new data, but also to re-examine and reaffirm certain old impractical divisions of responsibility. Lately, these old traditional divisions have become obscured, neglected, or subject to dispute. Women have frequently, quote, dumped their hat as wife and mother to become businesswomen, executives, or artists. Husbands, in turn, have sometimes dumped their hat as providers and leaders of the family. Oh my God, things don't stick to normal standards. How dare they? Marriage for many has become a rather confused game where the purpose is unknown, the roles of the players undecided, and the boundaries of the playing field itself uncertain. Good. You figure it out. Marriage and careers become entangled at cross purposes and seem to cancel each other out. For a Scientologist, the road is somewhat easier. No, it's fucking not. And then, in case anybody is not aware of the 8 dynamics, just different motivations for like how a person survives. So like dynamic 1 is about survival on the basis of just yourself. Second dynamic is sex, family, and now it's creativity. Third dynamic is a group member. Fourth dynamic is mankind. Fifth is all living things. Sixth is just anything that's part of the physical universe. Seventh is spirit. Eighth is God or the infinity dynamic. But there is no actual God.
Crap.
You are supposed to be a God. Kind of like the Mormons. These are called the dynamics, and optimally, each man or woman functions on all these levels. A Scientologist knows, therefore, that she may be a wife and take instructions from her husband on the second dynamic, and also be an administrator and give orders on the third as a member of a larger group. These separate beingnesses may be difficult for the beginner at first, but if each sphere of responsibility is clearly delineated, it becomes far easier. Many marriage problems come from a failure to assume the full beingness appropriate to marriage itself. I hate the fact that you're quoting him in your fucking book. Mary Sue, at least this is yours. Don't fucking pull your husband into this. Make it your own. Like, don't, you know what I mean?
It because in the 60s, literally. So you're a generation behind me or two. And I talk about generation probably about blocks of 10 years. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. In the 50s, 60s, and 70s, women were put in a box, and literally the only thing that you were good at is getting married and getting babies. Mm-hmm. You didn't even have the mentality to fly a plane. or do other things, like even run the Boston Marathon. Have you looked up that story?
Nope.
It's the first woman to ever run a marathon. Tried the Boston Marathon in the 60s.
Holy shit.
She was pushed off several times because they believed your uterus would fall out.
What the
I'm
fuck?
not kidding. So, me being born in the 80s, I'm not kidding. Holly,
Jeez.
this is how stupid people were back then, that a woman couldn't do things that men can because men couldn't give birth. So in the 80s, literally the generation before me started not marrying and going to college first. Not college to find a husband, then marry and settle. They literally did their careers first. So me at 13 in 1995, the whole idea of,
What the fuck?
I thought it was me. I was like, what?
No, I just tried to charge my freaking fiance's cell phone, and it's like, your battery's low, your battery's low, your battery's low. Fucking shut up. Missed call 3 hours ago. I don't fucking know who you are, so nope. If you were important, you would have left a message.
So yeah, in the 90s, women were getting jobs outside, even though there were people that flew planes and other things. Like on Candid Camera, I was watching this 1950s or 60s Candid Camera, when, I don't know if you know about Candid Camera.
I do know about Candid Camera.
Okay, it was back then when it started, and I watched an Instagram post of it, and it's literally the run-on joke. She just comes up and was like, and what time does the plane leave? And like the person tells her, because at that point you can buy your ticket and then go to the ramp, right? And just get on the whatever it's called. The guy was buying his ticket to get aboard that plane. He literally looked and he's like, that's your pilot, right? He looks, he's like, she knows how to fly? Like how, and she's asking about the time. Like he's talking about her incompetence and her inability to be able to fly. This is how, and this is still to this day of what a woman can do in the office, like Oval Office, and take care of the children. Like it's impossible to do. It's like, oh my gosh. There's other nurturers. All women are not nurturers. We've seen the pattern of certain people. It's like, don't give that one a child. But for some reason, people, men can naturally be like the caregiver, like take care of the laundry and the kids and cook dinner. But the woman would be an absolute, that's me. I can't do all those things. I get overwhelmed. But my husband's type A, and he's like, do, done. So it's not a battle between men and women. This is why I laugh at this notion of the woman's hat and the men's hat. It's not gender neutral anymore. Like, assignment. And I feel like we've come not so far from the 1970s. Like people still are stuck with what a woman or man can do, especially with how you look. Yeah, Amy, but I meant completely fall out of their vaginas by running. Like somehow it's not attached to you, it's just floating there.
And then it just falls out and it's just on the ground at the 3 mile marker.
All that little and that's why just look up the lady that first ran the Boston Marathon. It's fascinating because all these men were literally pushing her, trying to ban her from running. while she was running. So, but yeah, no, we're not going to die because we ran. We can be athletes too. But yeah.
It would have been funny if they used the same thing on men. It's like, aren't your testicles just going to come out through your day?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the woman can do, give birth, and then be able to like walk and do all these other things. It's like, okay, that's your one role that you're going to be good at, which all women can't naturally do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, just don't have, or die in birth, giving birth. Like, there's so many things. It's like, why is it one scenario that men are like, no, that doesn't work for me. They work, but it's not about you. That's the problem. And some women have that mentality too. It's like, it's not about you either. Oh boy. Sorry guys, off on a tangent.
You're good.
Yeah. No, I'm just fascinated with these last generations. I think we went from one spectrum to complete opposite of like still entitlement,
mm-hmm.
but now pronouns and feelings have overly, instead of, hey, coexisting, problem solving,
mm-hmm.
Different ideas, and tolerating each other. Like, tolerating and compassion are completely out of our society. Completely out. Because I'm not living your life, Holly. You're living Holly's life. I'm living Journey's life. But, yeah. That's why it gets me when people say you're sitting with the enemy or whatever. And it's like, what? I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I'm in my own world here. Getting sidetracked by 9 years.
Sitting with the enemy. I am my own worst enemy.
I know. Yeah. We get in our own heads and sabotage yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you read this shit, you'll be more sabotaging yourself.
As L. Ron Hubbard has said, the question has never been to be or not to be, but what to be. Brain wants to go into Shakespeare. I'm sure that's probably what he wanted to do to make himself sound sophisticated. I had someone in marital trouble look at me thoughtfully once and say, I don't have any idea what are the rights or duties of a wife. How about just the rights of a person?
Right. How about be kind? And actually, like, maybe they went through things that day that you weren't aware of. Just possible.
Most marital counseling is concerned with a husband who cannot be a husband, a wife who cannot be a wife who will not let a husband be a husband, and a husband who will not let a wife be a wife. The average marriage. You might say, therefore, marriage is very unhappy. No, marriage is not unhappy. Marriage is a difficult beingness. That beingness is made easier by the two hats that follow. They define the primary areas of responsibility and can be used as a guide and inspiration to help you clarify, better approach, and achieve your own ideal scene for your marriage. Not all the clauses of these hats would apply to any one marriage all the time. The circumstance of a marriage can vary according to time and place in culture or subculture. So then this entire pamphlet is moot.
Now, Holly, you might have misunderstood a word or a paragraph. Or
I probably did.
I swear, the reasoning of this madness is like,
there's still so much Hubbard shit I have yet to read, and I kind of don't want to read it. I'm not talking about just this. I'm talking about just in general, the bullshit. So much bullshit I have not listened to, I have not read, I have not watched.
Right.
God. Those clauses concerning communication, overts, and withholds are constant. Those are the basic building blocks of human relationships, regardless of time or place. Hat for a wife. The main duties of a wife are, number 1, to care for the home and family. Number 2, to cook for the family. Number 3, to live within the financial means of the husband. Number 5, to budget the household expenses and use such monies economically and wisely. Number 5, to do shopping for the family. Number 6, to raise and look after the children. Number 7, to keep the home clean, neat, and tidy. 8, to do the washing and ironing. 9, to support your husband in life by providing him with a clean, calm, happy home in which he can have the rest and peace necessary to fortify him in the battles of winning a living. Why do you call it a battle of winning a living? What the fuck?
I can't even take this seriously. I would be so on the RBF for just my facial expressions, let alone my
You'd be rock slamming like fucking crazy. To honor and respect your husband and to provide him with love, trust, and companionship. To keep an active interest in your husband's work and to offer him encouragement and moral support. These ones kind of make sense. These last like 2 out of 11.
But it should be both. It shouldn't just be a husband. It should be your partner. Like, well, whatever it is. How about you just...
We don't know what the husband's hat is yet.
Oh, that's right.
Still a mystery. To submit to the decision of your husband if agreement cannot be reached. He is the leader of the family. And there go the good ones. To support your husband in his disciplinary actions in the home. If you feel he's been too harsh with the child, see him privately about the matter and then see if he ends up probably beating you. Like, Jesus Christ.
Ooh, oh, 14.
To care for birth control and to be responsible. You want to read this one?
Son of a bitch. Gonna piss me off, scientists. Okay. To care for birth control and to be responsible. There can be nothing more upsetting to a marriage life than an unwanted pregnancy or too many children. Did we not know sperm yet was the problem? Or that sperm actually made it a boy or a girl? God damn. Ooh, so don't make mistakes. Such surprises can be most disruptive. I'll disrupt you, son of a bitch. Tell me what.
I was going to say, did you want to keep reading?
Sure. She had 9 times. Damn. Okay. What the fuck is next? To keep yourself clean, attractive, and womanly. Make sure your gardening and your thing is still with a woman's touch, apparently. Not too butch at this time.
You might attract some of the other housewives.
This is why women drank in the day. Just like throw it back. Oh gosh. A wife should always look the best she can for her husband. This doesn't mean that you have to appear glamorous when you're in the middle of scrubbing a dirty floor. Bullshit. But it does mean that a wife should care enough about her appearance not to come before her husband in the morning with cream on her face and rollers in her hair.
Oh, I'm sorry that my partner has to see me in my natural fucking state. Oh. Oh, I hate the next sentence.
If I need to put lotion on my damn skin and you happen to walk into the room, we live together.
I hate this.
I know. I don't want to do this anymore. It's why. No. It's just no. It's the reason why this went away is not for the material. It's because of the person. That's what's disgusting about this.
Knowing who it came from.
It's wise to do those beauty actions when your husband is not around, so you can be beautiful when he is present.
Fuck you.
To set an example to any female. Oh, fuck you. I hate this one. Oh, this pisses me off. I would have been burning my bra. Like, 74? Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck you, old people. Stop demanding something from me. Ooh. To any female children of what a woman is like and to prepare her daughters for eventual marriage so that they can do the things expected of them in a home. See, I swear he just got this from a magazine that was published around this time because women really wanted to please their husbands. And to fit in the role, you got to do this. In 74, like 69, free love, everything, people were still marrying and having young children or at a young age, but it was a generational thing. And then the older women, it's like, no, you keep this state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because how you keep a man is to be pretty and to do what you're told. That's how you keep them around. It's horrible. Oh God.
Look at what Spock hates Scientologist put.
Yeah. No, this is what I'm saying. Like, I may be old in my 40s, but it literally has not been a long stretch of time for history to come out, get its head out of its ass, literally, to promote healthy mental. Because this gotta have, like, you're not good enough, or you're not pretty enough. You better do this with your hair. Like, you had to have rollers in your hair at night? Really? What if I wanted straight hair? Because that wasn't the style. Like, you literally had to fit in a box. And this is why, what was it? Over the Rainbow or something? And it was featuring the one lady. I don't know if she's French or her name's French.
I'm looking it up now.
She's down in LA. She's married.
Oh, Karen De La Carriere?
Yes. In that film, she is featured with all these Disney pictures around, but the song is Little Boxes Fitting On, it's that town. Your house had to look a certain way. Mm-hmm. So all these houses were the same. This is what L. Ron Hubbard wanted to do. Bring it back to normalcy and not have this chaotic, we can solve wars and other things. But this just causes war. This makes me want to straight up go. My daughter is going to have the freedom to do whatever the hell she wants. If she wants to be butch outside doing the gardening, she can be put outside doing the gardening. Like, screw you. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh. The males. Ooh. Yeah, Ticky Tacky Little Boxes. That song. As the opening sequence to this movie about Scientology. Or its documentary, I should say. You've probably seen it, Holly. I'm just not probably explaining it very well.
No, I listened to it while I was cleaning booths at work.
Okay.
I still have yet to actually watch it because I do know that Laura mentioned in the video, I think she covered the ranch a little bit too.
Yeah.
And I want to get those visuals on it, that camera stuff. So.
Right. To set an example to any male children what a woman is like so that in the future they can make a sane and happy marriage. So the woman's a slave. Got it. Cool. Working on. To help the education of her children, as a Scientologist, you have...
Hold on. Pause for a second. I can't fucking deal with this unless I'm shooting myself in the mouth.
No, this is so cringeworthy, especially as a mom. Like, fuck you, L. Ron Hubbard and his wife, all his wives. Like, no.
If anyone's smoking OT420,
marriage. It didn't work for this one. 9 fucking times.
I was about to say take a hit every time you sexist, but You'd be
No, that
greened
would
out
be
in a
every
matter
other
of
word.
seconds.
Yeah. As a Scientologist, you have in your hands a fundamental principle in learning, which, oh God, which is at present still exceeds the study technology of ordinary schools.
Ugh.
Bullshit.
I listened to to at least a couple of those study lectures. Those things fucking suck.
No, they're horrible. You know the phenomenon of misunderstood words. You know if your child is confused by some concept or idea at school, that is not the idea that is the source of the confusion, but an earlier misunderstood word. So one word that fell out of the sky?
So if I say
Oh
the
my
moon is made
God.
of lollipops and you're confused at the idea, it's not that my idea is bad, it's just that you don't understand what the fuck moon or lollipop means.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? God.
This is
Professor
why. This is why he can't make a sentence. He's so focused on one word and either making up the word or
redefining it.
redefining it. He is that. Ooh. Oh,
I never saw Weeds.
I did. It got weird for me.
What the fuck is it about?
I don't know. Knowing this, you can help. Oh, yay.
Hold on. Widowed suburbanite Nancy Botwin starts growing and selling weed to make enough money to support her family after her husband's unexpected death. Oh.
Yeah, she becomes a dealer.
Oh shit, I'd watch this. That's cool. I wish they'd make more seasons of Disjointed. That was a good show.
Yeah, Professor. I thought it got weird, for me, at least.
The fuck?
To keep in agreement with your husband and to work out any disagreements by communication. Wait, what? To keep in agreement with your husband. I feel like there's a thought missing here.
No, I think I got it.
And to work out any disagreements by communication.
Disagreements via communication.
It just sounds like my speech. Like I'm missing a word or two.
Something's misunderstood.
Yeah, but for 17 and 18, the 16, 17, and 18, all the children that you weren't supposed to have, you have too many, so now it's disruptive. Still set a good example of what a slave is like. Oh gosh, the arc triangle. Oh my gosh, is essential to the understanding of a human relationship? But I thought you weren't human. I thought you were a Thetan. And you've lived millions and millions of years.
It's a game. It's the game of human relationship. I feel like that's how Hubbard would use that.
If you know this, you know that communication is the key to keeping agreement, reality, and affinity in a marriage. Well, you're not married to the same person millions and millions of years. That's evident by the source. God damn. You know that these are so intertwined that if a disagreement occurs, the tendency will be not to communicate and to like one another less. The answer is to communicate, no matter how difficult. This way, agreement can be reached, affinity restored, and understanding reestablished. Knowing the importance of communication, it is part of a wife's role to see that communication remains open What if the one closes off?
Oh, for fuck's sake. So now the woman is HR of the family.
It's part of the hat.
Oh my lordy.
It's horrible. Remains open between all members of the family.
She's responsible for every issue that they have.
And keep it open. And she generally maintains the communication lines with more distant relatives and friends as well.
So no one talks to anybody else. It all goes through the mother because she's the fucking secretary.
Not to commit overts against the husband and family. Oh, that was a sentence? Now we're in like, thou shalt not. Thou shalt not commit overts against the husband and family. To know and understand the overts and withholds can be the cause of blows in life and separation in marriage. So 9 times. This lady did it 9 freaking times. Or 8, at least 8. I doubt she's still married.
Jesus. Or she switched to like a different country and now she doesn't have to abide by that like registry anymore.
Well, she's in New Zealand since
still
2022. One of the links is to her business.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I know. That's why I went down a different rabbit hole. I went, nope. Okay. That's how my brain works. It just goes with the flow. Oh my gosh.
I know the feeling.
To keep withholds communicated. You said this like 2 paragraphs ago. Not to let them pile up. Okay, she's repeating herself, but to get them off nicely and put it in the right place and at the right time.
I was about to say, get your mind out of the gutter.
No, but I'm not. No, I'm saying like this woman is wrong in so many different ways and cannot get it right, because if she tries to handle open communication, like getting closed off communication, she has to do it at the right place and the right time.
Whatever that is.
Exactly. Because if the person doesn't want to communicate, well, she's wrong anyways. And she's wrong for doing it in the wrong place and the wrong time. She's screwed.
It's an impossible feat.
Yeah. To be the hostess in the home. Okay, thou shalt be the hostess in the home, and thou shalt to grow with your husband. I don't know what that means.
Oh my.
You just told me I had to handle him, keep the communication, but now I'm supposed to grow with him?
This is just...
Where's he growing? What's he growing? What are we doing? Oh, God.
All right, hat for a husband. Let's see how short this fucking list is.
He is God, and shall forth set rules that you must abide. I wonder if it's going to refer to the female in some way.
The main duties of a husband are to financially support his wife and family, to provide a home for his wife and family, to provide food and clothing for his wife and family. I thought the wife did all the shopping.
Because it's the money. Because have you ever seen the Manchurian? No, not the Manchurian. It was the house. It was the wives. Gosh, they lived in a suburb. It's a movie, and it's a remade movie too. But the Stepford Wives. Okay. Have you ever seen any version of that?
I've just heard the term Stepford wife, meaning like traditional wife.
Uh-huh. But the movie explains a lot about this world, this era of how a woman's role and a man's role is. So, if you ever get to that movie too. Either one. Either version.
Wait, how many are there?
2.
Just the 2. All right. I wasn't sure if they remade it like they did with The Thing.
No, it was like back in the. Amy, was it the new one with Nicole Kidman that was filmed in your town? That one you might relate to the most instead of the older version, unless you like. Well, Professor, you just told her the the whole point of the movie. The old one, Amy. Yep. So, now it'll explain kind of the mindset too that these people are in.
Mm-hmm. To make the major decisions with regard to the marriage, for example, where to live, what work to do, what home to live in, where the children will be educated, what names the children will be called.
Oh, fuck you.
Etc.
Yeah, I grew that baby.
This he usually does in consultation and agreement with his wife, but his word is final. To be the leader of the family. God, how many? Just want to know how many there are. 21, so roughly the same number of points. To set an example to any male children of what a man should be like in attributes. To set an example to any female children of what a man should be like, so when they grow up, they will choose a husband wisely.
Assholes. Okay. Just picking out assholes. No wonder why the divorce rate was so freaking.
Seriously,
no, Professor, it's okay.
To perform those functions around the home which a man does easily and well, to mow the lawn, fix a broken window, paint a room, build, repair, to look after the car, machinery, and tools.
Hold on. They already do it easily and well. Dude, this is why we all have these, like, back then they had mental illnesses and not the woman's hysteria.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just not piss off the wife. But she feeds you and she will poison you.
Yep.
Let's just yeah.
She will one day kill you with the coffee maker.
Mm-hmm. Or slip something in your drink that you asked for. Because you've been working all day. She has done nothing. So fix my cocktail or whatever I'm drinking.
It's so it's weird to see this all like written out as like a literal just bullet point list of the mindset back then.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, me growing up, when I did, you see the past, and I was born from a baby boomer, from baby boomers. They were born during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, there was still that Pearl Harbor happened, but then there was the Cold War for so long, especially during this time. And Vietnam War, I think. But if the Cold War was about the nuclear option for a war where Cuba was ready to push that button on the U.S., had the missiles aimed at us for, however, decades. So this totally thought of imminent war, but yet let's be perfect. Let's set up this, and then you get those, don't be a square is where it came from too, because the parents did the right way. Like, I couldn't be out, according to Scientology, if I couldn't wear makeup as a teenager. My mom refused. But if I started, I would be out ethics. Or I would be, because my mom wanted me perfect, like this. which was so strange because in her life it wasn't like that. But she wanted it for me, thinking it would be better if I played it straight. Which I'm like, what the hell is straight? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't explore with yourself, with your hair. Like, as a, yeah. Well, then I'm forgetting who had aimed at us for 40, 50 years or plus. Because the Cold War was stuck. But we also, what was happening in the world, Holly, at this time, is the Troubles in Ireland. Because that was ooh, you'll like this. Have you ever heard of it was a TV show too. Because the author grew up in this time. I want to say it started with Mary, but it didn't start with Mary.
Professor Kakan said Soviet Union.
Oh, so it was Russia. I didn't want to say Russia because it wasn't Russia at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So the U.S., yeah, that was on my map as a kid. The U.S. Soviet Union. Okay. The Troubles. There was it was the IRA. So Northern Ireland was having a lot of issues, religious issues. You had to be Catholic. It was a 30-year period where bombs would just be placed on streets and stuff, and you would walk. Yeah. But there was a show during that made nowadays. I don't think it's on anymore. About that time, because the author or the writer of that show and creator of the show, so in the 80s and early 90s, was a group of Catholic girls. And during that time but now I can't even think it. I mean, it's popular.
I'm just looking at the entire article about the Troubles.
Yeah. I mean, the paper was signed like in 1996 to cease fire and everything. It's like, what the So my era had all the past right in the middle of like all these wars ending and beginning and ending, because we had the Desert Storm too, which was the first. They used radioactive weapons, so people were actually suffering from radioactive sickness and all this weird stuff. Really. It had girls in the title. The Dairy or Dairy Girls. That's what it was. But that goes over kind of her life and like her friends, what they went through, just trying to be teenagers. But it's so interesting, like you have the parents. Professor, not a group. My mom, brother, and certain other people and my dad perpetrated, and then like no one came to help when one would perpetrate. So I was surprised I didn't have bars on my window of how strict my mom was. I got grounded for 3 months because my curfew was 9 p.m. Even in college, 9 p.m. I needed to be in bed. Not walking around and going to bed. I should have been in bed. A friend called at 9:01. I got grounded for 3 months because my friend didn't
Jesus
know.
Christ.
Like, that was my fault. This is why when I read shit like this, it's like, oh, home. Like, this sounds so familiar. So it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, God. And I hate that people were controlled like this, not just by their family, but by the people that surrounded them that were supposed to protect them and help them, learn and actually grow as a human and react or interact with one another. And this is the shit you have to put up with. Like, I was only talked to, especially as I got older, maybe 10 and older, 9 and older. I was only talked to if I was in trouble. That's why I flew under the radar.
I got talked to for no fucking reason at all.
Well, you're loved. See, I don't know your background. Were you loved, Holly? Maybe not in the perfect way.
Not in the perfect way. Former stepmom was a hugely manipulative, gaslighting bitch. Narcissistic, all that shit.
Yeah. It's hard living in their world that they think surrounds them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How long was she your stepmom?
She was, so they met in 07, 08, something like that. I think roughly the ages 10 to 18. So
that's hard.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to drum it up. Shit.
No, I'm sorry. I will.
No, you're good.
We can move on. You don't have to share.
Oh no, I'm open to talk about it. I felt like I was just suddenly just burdening everybody with that.
No, you're not burdening at all. No, I want you to feel as comfortable as possible. And if you don't want to talk about a certain topic, or piece of the topic, you can just...
I'll let you know.
Yeah, no, please. I don't like infringing on anybody's personal space or...
No, you're good. You're good.
Trauma. So...
No, it's more like the reaccessing memories that I haven't really thought of in a while.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're necessarily good or bad. It's just there.
Isn't that interesting when you look back and it's like, it's all tainted. It's all like one long stream of like, it could be an experience that was a happy moment for you, but they're there. They were there. And when I look back at, and it's one of the main reasons why I haven't taken my daughter up to Quincy, where Quincy, California is in the Sierra Mountains, like high up. And I had moved there when I was 5, in the middle of kindergarten. I spent in the middle of first part of my kindergarten year in Texas. Finished it in like started like the December to spring, finishing that in like deep snow. Complete contrast.
Jesus.
But my mom just uprooted us and go that way. And then I lived there for 6 months, but then moved out and then slowly made my way to Napa. But every month we would go back up there. And then, I mean, it's like woods, like forest. The post office is in the next town. That's how small and widespread. Like, you don't got it. You didn't have a neighbor. Your neighbors were a forest. So there was nothing to do. And it's why I'm afraid of lightning, because I had gotten a present, 2 life-size dolls. One was 3 feet and one was 4 foot tall. I had a picnic my kindergarten year in the woods, left them out, started pouring down rain, then lightning, and one got fried. Totally cracked her head open and all the way down her arm, missing fingers. I was like, what the fuck? I was just there.
Holy crap.
I was in kindergarten and I'm now like still terrified. I'm like, holy crap, I get inside. Because it was like, you could have hit any tree, but you hit my doll that's laying down. What the hell? So my daughter went to go up there because my step grandmother, who was only 11 years older than my mom when she married my mom's dad, still lives up there. She's 81. She has not seen me in 25 years. And I was made to go up there every month, and then summers and winters. So it's kind of like, but it's because my mom was there. Now that my mom's even gone, I still have those memories linked to the time of all these, even though it was peaceful. It was a peaceful time. It wasn't, so my mom wasn't yelling at me for being imperfect. Even when I did what she asked, it still wasn't good enough. So, is it like that? Your memories? Like not good or bad, just like this weird feeling?
I mean, most of them are usually bad. But for some reason, I don't know why my brain does this. If I ever have a dream and my former stepmom shows up in it, we talk like we are just super comfortable with each other, like just complete casual conversations, no yelling, no screaming, no nothing, just chill. I don't know why my brain causes her to be so level-headed. And it's every time. Even though that is not how I actually think of her at all. It's weird.
I wonder if it's something that you ultimately wish was, or wish there was back in the day. But I look back, and Amy, to answer your question, I look back on the times that my mom has treated me, and I immediately go into servant mode. Just keep doing what she's asking and then yelling at me at the same time. My Texas hell for 2 weeks was dealing with that. I was serving her hand and foot, medication, coffee, her meals, hydration, everything, and writing everything down to keep track because it was a lot of medication. what I got validation when another person witnessed this, because in my mind it was not as bad as I make it out to be. In my mind I'm like, it can't be, it must just be me harboring feelings like I wish I was treated better. No, it was hell. My mom, because there was a witness, and the witness was telling me to share my feelings with my mom. It's like, we don't do that. She's like, no, please share your feelings. She will understand. She clearly does not know my mother. My mom looked at me with such disgust of talking about my feelings. She immediately, I could see her shut down, like just ready to yell at me, but she just let me talk and didn't say a word, saying that she cared. So I got bit. I had gotten bit by a dog that came on her property, and that whole story. And I sent Holly a picture because I was like, see, I documented the hell out of it. This came up. I told my mom that I felt she was more upset that her dogs did not kill that dog than me getting bit. And it's pretty deep and it hurts. And my mom said, okay, like, I'm wasting her time. And so I would look at the person in the room and she's like, keep going. This is not going to end well. And I said, thankfully, I had a couch in between me. If I didn't have that couch, I would feel so scared about any protection for a furniture, because you just don't talk about your feelings. My family can get violent, and especially when you're bringing up stuff or you're put down so low that your life is not as bad as hers, and she would go into a tangent on her life. So here I'm talking about my leg. They squeezed out clots. I'm like, Mom, do you care? Do you love me? And I'm like pouring my heart out. I'm 38. It was right before my birthday, 39th birthday. And my mom just looked at me, same disgust, smoking her cigarette, and just kept staring. Like like nothing. I ran out of the house bawling, like sobbing really loud. Then I hear the lady yelling at my mom at how humble I am, how graceful I am to serve you hand and foot while you yell at her, and she doesn't say a word back and still asks if you need anything else. And she said she was dumbfounded at my way of doing things. Like, I just kept doing it to please her, and yet she can't tell her she loves you. You can't tell her you love her. And then she came out and hugged me while my mom just kept sitting and didn't say a word. She was more pissed that we brought it up. So, Amy, I didn't get closure. My mom died that year. My mom is something else. I will never understand her. And as a parent to a daughter, I, of course, went the complete opposite way. I can't discipline her. And then now we're like, I did so much for her to be close to her, be near her, do things for her, because I didn't have a parent. I did my own laundry at age 5. Fold my own laundry, put away my own laundry. My chores were vacuum and do the dishes every single day. I was expected to be a certain way, but to ask for homework or anything from my mom, ask anything is disrespectful. So this is why I can't do the children part of Scientology. It hurts my heart to hear they were surrounded by people, but their interactions were so superficial, and knowledge reports and all this crap. I was suicidal from age 5 to 14 because no one loved me. I would seriously not be alive if I was in Scientology as a child. I would find no end to the madness. I knew when I moved out of the house, I could end the madness if I could just make it to 18. And I moved out at 19. My mom and I had an agreement, save up for a year and then move out. Because I moved out for like a month and shocked my mom because I got control. I told my mom, no, I'm moving out. She's like, what? I'm like, I'm moving out today, like right now. Started packing my things and moved out. Shocked the hell out of her. She had no control. She couldn't stop me. But then when I moved, we agreed. She's like, okay, how about you save up for a year and then move out? And I never looked back once I moved out. So it's, Amy, I want them as far away from me as possible. I mark myself safe. It's one of those people are going to come into those predators' lives. And I've tried to warn one of them, but I shut down because of how I was trained. And I use that word not loosely because instead of being taught, it was the conditioning that you don't talk about family problems. And I wanted to tell this girl to run. Like, don't even. But she wanted to stay with my brother. So I was like, okay. And I'm like, never talking to, but I did what my mom wanted me to do. Reach out to this person. And I did. I did everything my mom asked me to do. And it because I wanted approval. I wanted love. And it still wasn't good enough. And I'm just like, I joked for a while. I was like, well, the bitch is dead. She's gone. But this year, it's been 4 years. And I wish my mom was different. But I'm not that type of person that wants both my parents, wish they were different, like different people. Because that's just a whole bag of, you never know what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least I knew what they were, and they're gone. They're far away from me. But I think everybody has their life experiences, and you don't learn from them unless you have those type of people, and how, because you can't explain it how that life was. Like, you can say they were manipulators and they were this, and other people that have gone through that, you can only imagine. But people that have not gone through that, you have no idea how damaging and how constant compound trauma it takes its toll. So, on our spirit. So, and our mindset. So I get the self-sabotaging and whether or not you're good enough, or the questioning of, your worth, Holly. And I am so sorry that's happened to you. So I protect my daughter. I never want her to have that in her life. And thankfully she hasn't. But she's so up in the air of like, it's all about her that I wish I could slap some memories. She does, remember those 2 weeks. And she's all, that's not a grandma, and that was hell. So thankfully I gave her just that, but it was on me, not her.
Mm-hmm.
I protected. She kept in her room. And then my mom asked her for a hug. She doesn't hug me. She asked her granddaughter for a hug. Caitlin looked at me and I said, go ahead. And she only hugged her because I asked. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I really don't ask much of you, but it's the only time you will ever hug her. But I don't know why she wanted a hug anyways. She doesn't hug me. But I think it's control. I think it's earning someone's trust.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, this is why this piece of crap right here is somehow still in that massage, whatever. The man cave of what you need to be. So crappy.
I'm just reading ahead on some of these. 9, to provide love, trust, and companionship to his wife. 10, to protect his wife and family. 11, to maintain discipline in the home when needed.
Oh my God.
Oh no, the wife was about keeping communication lines open.
Yeah. But discipline. That's why the woman's wife, if you're too harsh with the child, speak privately. I gotta say,
yeah.
if I was this wife, whatever he does to the child, I could do to him. I am showing how the little child could be the man. Don't piss off your wife.
To see to the future protection of the family through savings, insurance, or investments of lasting value.
Oh, like his? Or
like
David Miscavige and
the constant cycle of money that they just keep getting. This fucking undercover inurement.
Well, you have the story of David Miscavige investing in oil companies, right?
I do not, but I have been meaning to get that one.
You have to, because to make it up, he did the leather-bound oh, he didn't read this book. He probably did, but had a misunderstood word.
Hang on, now I'm looking up freaking.
There's so much out there. It's unbelievable. So much history.
So, David Miscavige, fake oil. Wait, so who got sentenced?
Oh my God.
Xavier Delamere, a former regional Scientology leader in Southeast France, was given a further 18-month suspended sentence by the Marseille court, while 4 other members accused of fraud, violence, and illegally practicing medicine were given suspended sentences of 6 months to a year. Fuck. Oh, this.
In France?
No, this is just something different.
Yeah. He did the oil, like, I think in... It was either Texas or Oklahoma, I want to say. Oh, really, Professor?
Trying to find anything related to the oil wells.
It was Oklahoma oil wells. So Mike Render did a blog last year about it.
Church of Scientology buys into Oklahoma Oil Company.
Austin Carroll. Was also the real estate investor.
Now I'm just looking at just random articles.
If I find it, I'll send. A fake gold mine.
What?
Professor, I don't know about that one. The one I'm thinking of is David Miscavige took millions of dollars. I don't know the exact number, but it invested in oil fields like in late 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
And lost a bunch of money in it, and then somehow to make back the money and put it back into the Scientology bank account, which is hilarious because it wasn't his money to spend, but sure, go for it. He made the leather-bound all Hubbard's writings, like science fiction and just before Dianetics, leather-bound them and said it was a special edition. And then that's how he made up the money off of other people. He used other people's. That's just laundering. Oh my God.
I'm getting distracted with the meanings behind David Miscavige's Sea Org ribbons. All right, anyway, back to freaking husband and wife shit.
Yeah, 14 is killing me because...
To handle the financial matters of the home, to establish a general budget for the family and allocate an appropriate amount to your wife for housekeeping, clothing, and necessities. If the wife also works, the husband and wife should get together and agree upon who will pay for what.
Not combining the money and then making sure it's allocated to the right places.
This is so dumb. Oh, I missed one. To see that the family legal papers are in order, investment records, birth and marriage certificates, etc., financial records and accounts. Oh my God. Oh God. You saw number 15 too, didn't you?
Yeah.
To be human, everyone has their own faults, and marriage is a give and take proposition. Oh, but you expect the wife to be fucking perfect. You son of a bitch. Example, the wife may love to eat crackers in bed. The husband cannot stand it. The husband loves to watch baseball on TV. The wife cannot bear the game. So the two may get together and agree on certain limitations. The wife will only eat crackers in bed on certain nights, and the husband will watch baseball only on certain days. Oh my God.
He's a marriage therapist. Or she is. Oh my gosh. But don't be Butch in the garden. Or don't do the cream on the whatever.
Don't do the cream on the face and the rollers in your hair.
Nope.
Holy shit. This is... Okay. Number 16.
Have you noticed it's about our appearance, but not the guy's? There's not one thing about the guy. It's all about his financial papers.
Yep.
House.
There's literally nothing on his appearance.
Money. Then you have to look at who's paying for what. not split.
Oh my God, this is so stupid. I don't want to finish this, but I have to now. Number 16, to grow together with his wife and her with him. Life together with another being is one of growing as beings. If one advances too far, the mutual togetherness drops. So basically, if one of them goes too steep a gradient, this is particularly true in Scientology, go up the grade chart together or at least as close to each other as possible.
Yes. So definitely. With Aaron Poulin and his wife, Marie Bilheimer, they were wanting her to divorce him because he was too low of a gradient. He kept getting on the RPF or in lower conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And she was getting promoted in a way higher position. I just can't imagine this world being and feeling trapped. Like you can't walk out the door. Or you're so wrong. It's just...
It's fucked up.
It's so messed up. Because it's all... Scientology's perfect. If it goes wrong, or a flunk, or whatever the word you want to freaking use...
It's on you.
It's because you pulled it in. You had a misunderstood word. It's about you. So all these wins, like you get a house, you get this, it all belongs to Scientology. That's what I've been noticing about the maps. That's the only way they get to 11,000. Because I'm past the missions and orgs. I've already had those numbers. They are pathetic. It's not even 1,000. It's not, I think it's barely over 500 with both of them. But they add Dianetics and other things, even though they're within the building. They count it as its own entity. It's the same staff.
Yep.
It's not like a new face, a new address, or whatever. They didn't expand. So to be trapped in this Alice in Wonderland thinking and actually compare it to that, it's like, wow. You know, something would have seriously been wrong if I didn't leave my situation. Me going back the 2 weeks and be like, this ain't my circus. Like, this is why I was gone. Never came back. And I didn't see my mom for 9 years. And then 3 years later, I see her, and then she dies a couple months later. I could not have bared those years. I would not be a human being. I would be so messed up. Even though my formative years were with that. Thankfully, I had the mindset of just like laughing and skipping and running and doing all this, whatever, like can put my head in a different place. But if this was all my life and every minute was accounted for, or like I go into session and something, I ate a baby in a past life. Like, oh shit, now I'm in lower conditions because I ate a baby in a past life and didn't know about it. It was a withhold. It was, come on. I would feel like I could do nothing right. Like how I felt with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no way. And this is what your belief system is on? Damn. And this lady to go full for it. Make sure that cream and rollers are not seen. But somehow he knows about the financial, where it went. Because you couldn't buy anything.
I'm just thinking about like all the other like basic principle beliefs that the church has. That's something I keep like disregarding.
You froze. Maybe
Oh.
I froze.
Test, hello. Can you hear me? See me?
Yes, now I can.
I was saying it's one thing I don't check enough or look into enough, but it's the basic daily life principles of a Scientologist and just the minor things that Scientology affects. Like, for example, the windows with newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how you're supposed to just live your life. Like the
Right.
tech they have for arguments and the having to do touch assists whenever you got hurt.
Yeah.
Or no, contact assists. But just...
Or locationals, or
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, all those things for, locational for a loss of whatever. I don't know. Just even the
And
verbiage.
getting sick. Fucking getting sick.
Well, can you imagine being OT8 above everything and then all of a sudden getting cancer?
Seems to happen a lot.
But that it's your fault, or your past life fault, or some sort of BT that you did not
Audit out fully. You didn't blow the charge.
Yep.
You didn't as is the trauma.
Yep. Can you just imagine? I mean, you poured your life savings and life into a belief system that really doesn't work.
And then you feed your fucking baby barley water.
That is so...
That barley mixture shit.
Well, see, that's the other issue. There's so many abuse and like neglect within these writings that are against the law that are not protected by religious laws. Not at all. It's just, you can't read this crap. You need a translator. That's why lawmakers are just going through it now about what, answering this and doing that. And also, you can't get a Scientologist on the stand, our next Scientologist. This is why it's like the more that you cannot settle out of court and get on the stand, get on the record, I would love for them to explain themselves and explain their reasoning of why this other person is the problem.
It'll have the same impact as the Australian Royal Commission against Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah, and they're really against. I mean, it's illegal to be a cult there. Somehow, it's good to be. It's okay to be a cult here, but as long as you don't do these things. But then religious, it's hard to get around that part. Like, just think about that whole concept right there: coercion, manipulation, financial abuse, elderly abuse, child abuse. But it's okay to be a cult.
I mean, I personally still can't believe that Scientology got the Cult Awareness Network.
I know.
That was insane.
And a year or two later, they got all their clients, technically, which shouldn't be their clients anyways. So I don't know why the judge granted that, and then all of a sudden they got all this intel to go after any ex-Scientologists that went for them. It blows my mind.
17, to keep in communication with the family. I thought the wife did that.
Well, she is the communicator to keep everybody open to communication. She's the end all be all, and he's just and they're just giving him the power. That's the problem. Oh my goodness.
A husband's work may take him far or keep him late. Remember to communicate to write or phone, particularly if you made an agreement with your family you cannot keep. A failure to appear for a carefully cooked dinner is a break in reality if your wife is not informed, and a breach of affinity as well.
That's the break. Though if I come with cream and a curl, if I left one roll of I can't even say it. If I left one roller in my hair, that's a problem. What if he doesn't show up for dinner? Yeah, that's a break.
Also, remember when you're far apart that communication with ARC travels best. If you have a disagreement, handle it with affinity, with as much understanding as possible, as long distances and lengthy time lapses impede communication and understanding. An easy rule, don't put N theta on long distance comm lines.
Yeah, because that makes sense. That wording just totally.
That's another thing with this is if someone wants to learn about Scientology, I have to stop myself from using Scientologies without explaining it first. And it's such a, I feel stupid that I know this, that I know what this shit means. Because it's such a useless, I mean, it's a useless second language. I mean, I'm trying to fucking learn Spanish, so trying to learn something that'll actually help me in life somehow.
Well, what's good is that you can't even translate that in Spanish. Most of those words are in English. It's not even English.
No, it's the fucking
because it's
mix of
part
Latin
of
and Greek.
Yep, part of this thing and part of that, and you made a whole new language. You can't do that. That's why I don't get why doctors get into this. Like, is this just common sense? That you can't do that? Or is that like a higher level of understanding? Professor, exactly why a reactive mind when because the pain receptors, they don't get. Oh, did I ever tell you what was her name? Debbie Cook?
I've heard of her, yeah.
Okay. She has fibromyalgia now.
Okay.
And she wrote a book about it.
Oh.
She's back in Texas. So for their agreement with their lawsuit and stuff, settlement or whatever happened, she lived in the Caribbean. She couldn't live in the U.S. for a certain amount of time.
Wow. That's fucked.
Yeah, right? But she agreed to it. Her and her, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so they're back in Texas, have their own companies, management.
That's just nuts.
You can't take the Scientologist out of the next Scientologist. But for some reason, she believes in fibromyalgia because she has it and wrote a book about it. And don't know who wants to take notes from her, but
it shows how ingrained that mindset is.
Yeah.
And that's always what I find crazy is as I'm reading this stuff and listening to shit, I'm like, how can these people be so fervently attached to this? I look at the books, I look at the policy letters, I look at the bulletins, and I'm like, there is so much common sense here that does not make sense.
Yeah.
Like, you need to build the foundation of bullshit first before putting all of the other shit on top.
And that's why I think he calls it a gradient, because the more conditioned you are, the more outlandish the
claims can get.
Material, yeah. But he repeats what's been in other books too on a lower. So it's kind of like conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. That's why I was like, no, the upper books are the same weird language, but they use more language, and then sentencing that they would speak. But it's just so, the whole thing is just gross to me, to where I'm like, how? I don't get it.
I don't either. I keep telling myself I gotta put out like a real video. And I don't know why, just constantly critiquing myself about that.
For what? What?
Not putting out like actual fucking content.
Oh.
I mean, I consider the live streams content, but for some reason my brain sees them as like, this is what you do in between videos. And I'm like, I don't currently have any videos going on. Any projects.
That's okay. I mean, I personally don't think I can ever be a YouTuber. I only do it for documenting.
You do it for you, not for everybody else.
Yeah. And I think if I did it full time, I would just feel like I'm being used or somehow. So that's why it goes back into the abuse system, to where I'm like, no, thank you. I'm like, I don't want to be expected to provide a service for somebody. You know what I mean? It goes to a dark place in my mind where I'm like, I'm good.
Yep.
You guys can go somewhere else. Thank you. I marked myself safe. So, but yeah, don't ever feel like you have to do it for somebody else. But if you want to do it for yourself, or if you need a break, that's one thing I'm thankful for. I'm learning slowly these last few years to it's okay not to be perfect. It's hard for me to get over that. Like, I can't make a mistake. Why am I making a mistake? And then I get mad because I'm mad.
I know the feeling.
Okay, thank you. Because I'm like, I'm lost. Why am I lost? No, I can't be lost. Oh my gosh, I'm lost. Where the hell? It's horrible. But you get stuck in those places to where it's like, I just now tell my husband and daughter, I'm going to lose it. And they both know what it means. Mom's about to break. And it's going to be pretty. So mom needs to take mom time. That's the only way. Because I used to snap at them and yell like my mom, and they would shiver.
Oh, God.
That's how bad the whole verbal abuse was in my childhood, to where I was just repeating. And when they're like, can you not yell at us? Or like when I started yelling at my daughter, I even forget what, but I was so, I'm on the phone, but she's 16. And she's like, Mom, look at this. Mom, like a 2-year-old. Like, I even said, I'm on the phone. And then, Mom, hey, blah, 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 just starts talking. And so it totally cuts out what the phone call is about. And I can't have both, but she's not listening. So in the car, when I finally hang up the phone, I was like, you cannot do that. you cross boundaries with me. And I guess I made a certain tone to where my husband's like, it's okay, calm down. Don't know, calm. And I'm like, what? No, she needs to know. And I fumed the whole 20 minutes right back to the campsite. Because I was like, I'm on the phone trying to figure out what's wrong with our front door, the neighbor. But she wants to show me about this living plant wall. I was like, you couldn't take pictures of it and then tell me? She's like, well, I didn't think you were going to be that excited about it once you tried to tune me out. I was like, I was on the phone. A 2-year-old knows if you're not bleeding or dying or being attacked, you don't go to mom on the phone. She's just like, sorry. But then I kept going. And that's why I was like, no. I'm so mad. But I was like, okay, I said my point, said my piece, but I'm still angry, and I'm going to show it, and I'm going to say it. Did you not hear me the last 30 times? I'm going to say it the 31st. But I can't correct it, but that's why I was like, I calmed down. I was like, okay, did you get I was mad on the whole ride? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay. That's why when you're mad at me and you yell at me, I cannot be yelled at in a car. I will crash the car or jump out. I'm doing one of the other. Because that's how my mom would yell at us. She would just start yelling at us once we shut that door about anything. Could even be about a job, a boyfriend, anything. The whole ride yelling at us. I was like, oh, okay, that's my fault too. So yeah. No, I don't like yelling at all. This is why I don't do streams with yelling. It just triggers me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, okay, deep breath. Because I can get angry. And that's how I spent, most of my venting is to yell. And I felt so much better afterwards. So I know why my mom yelled. But to look at my family members and see how traumatized they are, it's like, I must have been freaking scary. I was going to do something. But all I did was yell, but my mom did more. But that's why I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to fix that. So it's just so sad to me that it's the whole psychological things that you put on yourself, even when they're not around,
Mm-hmm.
what you're expected. I'm sorry, Holly.
I'm sorry for you.
Well, I'm a survivor because of it. I don't know what I'm surviving because I keep falling or things fall on me. I don't know at this point. Why am I trying to survive this life that I'm not going to survive?
This life that's trying to kill me at every turn.
Yeah. But I've been accidental prone. And that's why, I was covered in bruises as a kid. And not by accidents. But they were explained. Because I was. And, I did I did ballet. Trust me, I didn't get bruises in ballet. But somehow, I would have all these bruises covered. Head to toe. But it's just because I play hard with the boys. And it's like, no. But I couldn't say anything. But my daughter has pretty much had a perfect life except her anxiety. Her anxiety now gives her blisters on her fingers. It's so bad.
I just want to understand how that works medically.
Ooh. Okay, so your so your brain sends signals to your body.
Mm-hmm.
And you get hot, sweat, numbness and tingling in your fingers.
Yeah.
You can get numbness up your arm. My daughter would get cracked skin and like have very dry skin. Now it's blisters with flare-ups. So it's kind of like, so she has psoriasis too. And what's so funny is we found out it's my husband's family. Same thing in the back of the head. You have like a little patch of different looking skin, and then it turns bright red, like cherry red, when it's inflamed. And they're flare-ups from stress. Your body is reacting to your stress level, and it goes to physical. What's the word?
Physical symptoms?
Yeah, physical symptoms, but it was something else too. And now I can't remember. But it's not that big of a deal. It's one of those things where the physical shows people your flare up. So if you have eczema or eczema, see, I read it in my head, eczema or anything, you have certain flare ups. Psoriasis, they it's genetic, and then you also get like buildup. It's a weird scaly like stuff to where you have to like scrub it off and then use special shampoo. But the blisters are from her sweat and they dry. And so now because the doctor even asked, is this your baseline? I'm like, what? You're asking a 16-year-old about baseline. I knew what he was talking about because I come from a medical background. But her hands are always clammy. And then her face, I mean, she can get pale and faint with her anxiety and stuff. So it is well documented in the mental health department, psychologist, her psychiatrist, and then any groups she does. She hasn't wanted to do a group when she was a teenager, but she was forced to do a program twice in partial inpatient. She had to go every day because it stopped her life and anxiety. So thankfully there are different programs and stuff that hospitals provide. And I've been with her on this journey, figuring out what the hell is scaring her. Since she was 6 months old, she was eating by color, but wouldn't touch the grass. I could put a baby blanket down and she wouldn't cross over it, touch a different texture. And her generalized anxiety disorder is all sensory. So the heat right now is scaring the hell out of her, is really triggered. So loud noises, crowds, so the sight, texture, taste, the hearing, different noises or loud noises, and touches. I mean, the wind can blow, and she would scream like someone was hurting her when she was a little girl. I would change her and then put her in the bath, and that she would be screaming like I just punished her. So as a person, I wanted to understand her world, not she better go with this world. Hello, what the hell are you feeling and seeing? And so at age 7, she was in her first group, anxiety group, identifying emotions and everything. So I just wanted to be the best mom I could be. I think I messed up somewhere in this perfect surround her, serve her, like everything. She has a problem. What is it? Let's talk about it and like solve it right then or soon after. But she expects people to do that for her. She's like, no, I'm waiting for this person to talk to. I'm like, email her and move on. She's like, no, I need to talk to her first before I move on. I was like, damn it. I was too available for her. Like, not everybody's going to be available for you. You have to move on. She's like, well, I was not allowed to sit in this office. I was like, yeah, you're not. They don't want to understand you right now because they have their own stuff going on. Mm-hmm. You're not the only person on this planet or in that school. You got to move on. She doesn't get it. But she's like, but I'm having a panic attack. I'm like, you have to use your skills, sorry, and wait to talk to somebody when they're ready for you. That's how the world works. Not everybody's ready for you. Your mom was ready for you. Thank God you were the only child. Or I would not be available for you. So, yeah. You okay?
Yeah, just listening to what you're saying and just kind of zoning out.
Had a heavy topic. Oh, it's my mother-in-law's birthday. Gotta bring her over her present or presents. So. Yeah. Holly, did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay. So.
Sorry for not being very talkative. They're zone live feed.
I feel like I unloaded on you.
Oh no, you're good.
Hey, Holly. Well, I better go. Is there anything you want to cover before?
No, I'm good. Oh, I'll bang out these last 3 points of the marriage thing.
Okay.
Because we only got a couple left. 18, not to commit overages against your family or your wife. 19, to get withholds off so as to keep the marriage clean. And this can be done nicely at the right time and place so as not to cause upset. Oh my God. To provide small little attentions that are so important to a woman, like some flowers now and then, or a little surprise gift. So just give her stuff every now and then. That makes up for everything she fucking does.
This has nothing to do with him personally.
It doesn't. To be the host in the home.
Interesting.
So dumb.
It's a little
I feel like I've lost freaking IQ from this.
I know. Where are you supposed to gain IQs?
Like Scientology, apparently.
Like as a whole, like statistically, because I know they've been training these kids to do your outline of the statistic and totally do your graph by the end of the week or by Thursday at 2. Turn in your graph.
I'm just thinking of that is just weird. Just student statistics and just all that shit.
No idea, Heather.
Where'd that come from? But yeah. Sorry to hold up your time not saying anything. I just don't know what to say.
No, that's okay. I just don't want to leave you and you're not okay.
Oh no, I'm good. I am good.
Okay.
Promise. 100%.
Because I totally feel like I unloaded you. This is the marriage hat by Mary Sue Hubbard, first published in 1974.
The PDF link is in earlier chat. Unless you want to throw it in there one more time.
I could try.
because I might stay live for a little while
Okay.
after this.
Yeah, because they're waiting on me.
Marriage hat just refers to like the duties of a husband or a wife.
I can
In the
also
case of
email you, Heather.
yeah, it's just good luck reading it. Good luck reading it and not getting pissed off.
Right. All right.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll check in on you later, see if you're still alive. But I gotta drop over these presents.
If I don't talk to you later or whatever, have a good rest of your night.
You too. Have a good one. Thanks for going over 9 marriages.
Ugh.
And then the marriage hat. That's hilarious.
I want to understand the culture behind that.
I don't know either. This is why I'm like, what? How many years? All right. I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I forgot how to leave. Bye, guys.
Later. Holy shit. Journey's awesome. I know I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been the most talkative today. Pretty high. Just kind of zoned out a lot. And just, I don't know, it was interesting to go in that subject after a little bit. I think I've probably mentioned a little bit about it during the lifetime of my channel. But I don't know if I got that into it. I did with Ronan when I spoke with him, but that's been a while and I can't even find his freaking podcast anymore. Any hat or pab pack pisses you off. Hang on, do I have any? I know I have professional auditor bulletins, but I might not have any specific packs. My fucking flash drive is in my purse. I'll be right back. All right. I think what I'm going to do is end this stream, start up a new one. So anyone who's listening, there should be a new stream up shortly if you want to hop in. Talk to you in a bit.